Akasan's Honest Reactions, that's me. Spectre official trailer number 1, Daniel Craig movie. Okay, so here on the eve are the fleeting moments of Akasan before my metamorphosis, my transformation. I'm going to go ahead and knock out a bunch of reactions here and leave you with some stuff before tomorrow, The Walking Dead season finale. That should be a huge reaction regardless of what happens. But nevertheless, please enjoy the world as we know it before the transformation change about 2 hours from now. You won't see it, but I will record it for you. Here we go. Pop me up. And here we go. I'm a big fan. I'm actually a fan of the latest Bond films and such. Casino Royale, I was like, whatever. Actually, I'm very reverse of other people. I thought that, for whatever reason, I thought that Quantum Solace, the one that everybody doesn't like or something, Quantum Solace, I thought actually was shot very well and was engaging enough for me. Casino Royale, ironically, focused too much on poker and, like, gambling, so it kind of lost me a little bit, because I was just like, okay, this is supposed to be a dramatic thing, but I don't know anything about playing poker, so that was that. And then, Skyfall, I know why people liked Skyfall. Because it was like Bond without the weapons, and Bond, like, at his weakest, so to speak, defenseless, and it wasn't the same sort of storyline. I understand this, but being a huge Dark Knight fan, Christopher Nolan fan, this is the point where I know it was such an homage to the Dark Knight. The director even admitted, like, he's a huge fan of the Dark Knight. He was trying to do it. It was like an homage. For me, it just felt sort of like, okay, whatever. Like, it's very hard. When you start doing things directly related to Batman, for me, it's very hard for me to get into it. Like, be like, oh yeah, great, yeah. This is just like the scene where the Joker got captured, and more like, this is just like the scene where the Joker got captured because he wanted to get captured. Like, okay, I get it, but I don't know, something about Skyfall did it. And then also, I wasn't impressed with the cinematography via IMAX. Like, they shot it with an IMAX camera and all this, and so I paid a lot of money to go see it in IMAX over here, and it's expensive to watch it in IMAX over here. And I watched Skyfall, and I'll never forget that the scene where he came in to, like, the floating restaurant or whatever, or the island restaurant in China, and he was getting pulled, and it was so fucking blurry. You know, in my mind, when you're using something comparable, digitally comparable to IMAX, in my mind, I automatically go to Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight scenes, okay? So I was expecting something detailed and sharp, but there was nothing like that. And I have yet to see Skyfall again. I should rent it, because I got so turned off about the quality when I saw it in IMAX that I don't know, it didn't really strike me as a great movie. But for me. Anyways, sorry about that rant. Let's go. Let's see what Spectre has to offer us. That looks nice.
Forensics finally released this.
What is it?
Personal effects they recovered from Skyfall. You've got a secret. Something you can't tell anyone. Because you don't trust anyone.
I always knew death would wear a familiar face. But not yours.
Sounds like Game of Thrones.
I was at a meeting recently and your name came up.
I'm flattered London is still talking about me.
It wasn't MI6.
Hydra?
You are a kite dancing in a hurricane, Mr. Bond.
Welcome, James.
It's been a long time. And finally, here we are.
That was the perfect teaser trailer. That was exactly everything you should expect from a teaser trailer. Not too much, not too little. It gets you intrigued. That was, well, I always talk shit on all my videos. I always talk shit about how every trailer starts to look the same and everything. This particular one, and actually someone commented on that, made a good point, is the fact that if you start comparing them to every trailer, it's going to take it takes some of the fun out of the trailer or whatever if you compare them every time. But this one was familiar enough that you really, you were like, okay, you're going to get into it, and I don't know exactly what I'm trying to explain to you, but all I'm saying is the way it was shot was very familiar, but it was a very, I think I smiled when you started heading to the cabin, right? And I was just like, I don't know, it just had this familiar, okay, shit, this is going to be good, the way they're setting it up. That was cool. I don't know who that old man was. So he looked kind of familiar, though. I know who that is, the actor, but, yeah. No, that was cool. That was very, very cool. I'm gonna have to look into Skyfall again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rent Skyfall again. I'm gonna have to rent Skyfall because I need to figure out what exactly. I remember Skyfall was the code name or something like that, right? Ah, fuck. Yeah, I need to rent it again. But that's cool. I wonder what. I don't want to know. Don't spoil it for me. I'm curious what Bond's secret is, his family life. This is gonna be cool. This is gonna be real good. That shit does look like Hydra, though. It looks like I know it's supposed to be like a spider instead, I think, but that shit does really look very familiar to Hydra. That shit, holy shit, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? It'll never happen, but could you imagine? Could you just imagine if Hydra was the bridging the gap to the Bond world and the Marvel universe? Actually, that sounds ridiculous. Okay, until the Batman vs Superman trailer comes out, I shall keep my reactions honest.